stuff. So Tristan, as we change gears here, what some hobbies or things that you kind of like to do outside of um, you know sports, football, man? Because we're just kind of in the fall, we're really ingrained into it. But now that we got a little bit of time in the off season, what are some things that you like to enjoy?
So I've always been, an outdoorsman. I grew up on the Susquehanna River. I love to fish. I love to hike. I love to kayak, float down the river, all that stuff. And I studied environmental science for my undergraduate degree. So that's really a big part of my life. And recently, in the last 2 years, I've started, a deep dive into hunting. So I've hunted the last 2 seasons and learned a ton about it. And I love it, man. Like that's like my that's my thing right now,
What's your favorite
um
part about hunting? Like, what I'm a big I've not got into the fishing side of things yet. I like to fish. I'm kind of like, I like to do it, but I don't do it as much as I want to.
mhm.
I've gone hunting, stuff like that, and continually gonna. That's probably what I like a lot more is hunting. But what do you enjoy about hunting?
I think the main thing for me is like the connection that you get when you're out there, man. Like you could go on a hike in the woods and you can walk through the woods and you can see what you're going to see, but you're not going to have any kind of serious connection until you sit there and be a part of what's going on around you. So the big thing for me is like you go from someone that's just, observing nature to someone that's participating in it. Like
Mhm.
you're a part of it, man, at that point. And for me, I love that. Like I could go outside and sit in a tree stand for 5 hours and not see a single thing and be like happy as hell. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're just out there and you're able to be alone with your thoughts, and it's rewarding. You learn a lot, and I mean, for me, it's that connection. Like I just love interacting with wildlife and nature, and for me personally, it's not as much about like, oh man, like I shot a huge deer. It's like I just enjoy connecting to it. I love being able to turn a hobby into food for myself
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Man, it's awesome.